Okay, what do we have here? We have Australia's largest bank is to integrate Bitcoin services into its app, people. This is absolutely humongous. Welcome to the channel, Ether9 TV, BFAM at your service once again. So, the Commonwealth Bank will reportedly enable its 6.5 million customers to buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin in 2022. People, this is absolutely humongous. They have 6.5 million clientele on their books, people. Soon, early next year, these clients will have easy access to Bitcoin. Safe and sound. They don't want to go on none of these exchanges and sign up to these exchanges. They don't have time. They don't want to download no MetaMask, none of that crap. They don't have time. They are fine and happy to go to their bank and buy Bitcoin via their bank. That's just the way some people are, and that's fine. But this is mass adoption in your face, my people. Take heed. This is not a rerun. This is the real deal, Holyfield. What else we got going on in Australia? Do you know what we have now? I'm going to tell you what we have now. We have, again, Litecoin targets $1,000 as Commonwealth Bank of Australia offers access to LTC. Now, for all those newbies on the channel that don't know what Litecoin is, let's have a look where Litecoin is on the charts. Let's have a look. Litecoin is number 17 according to CoinGecko.com. Litecoin came out a few years after Bitcoin. It came out around 2011, 2012. I think it was the second cryptocurrency to come on the scene. It's a peer-to-peer cash. That's the purpose of Litecoin. That's the purpose, yeah? That's what you use it for. It's money, right? It's not a gaming token, nothing like that. It's used as money. The transactions are faster and cheaper than Bitcoin. There is 4 times the amount of tokens in fully amount of tokens that will ever exist for Litecoin will be 84 million tokens, which is 4 times the amount of Bitcoin, right? So that's a little bit of information about Litecoin. Right now, Litecoin stands at $200 at this present moment in time, which is the 3rd of the 11th, 2021, from London, England, people, right? So, $200 to get to $1,000, that's a 5 times your money, people, that's okay. We can live with that. We can live with that. And personally, I can see Litecoin doing that sometimes towards the end of this year or maybe early the first quarter of next year, right? So, pay attention to Litecoin, especially you newbies that don't want to go into the cryptocurrency jungle stroke forest, because it can get very dangerous. What do I mean by that? I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. If we go to nomics.com, which is another website where you can go and check out all the different cryptocurrencies within the whole ecosphere, you will see at the top of the page, or just in the middle of the page, you will see dead coins. If you click on dead coins, this will give you a list of apparently maybe not every single one, but a good amount of tokens and coins that are actually dead, kaput. You lost your money for whatever reason. The developers gave up. It was a scam coin, etc., etc., etc. This is the risk we take in cryptocurrency. So I can understand for any of you newbies that you don't want to go into the forest. I get it. So stick with the top 10 cryptocurrencies or top 20, right? Stick with the top ones. You will definitely make a 2, 3, 4, 5x on your money in the next 60 to 90 days, people, are highly, very, very highly probable if you stay within the as I said, the top 20, maybe even the top 30. Yeah, so for those people that want to play it safe, for those degens out there like myself that like taking risks, then the whole market is open for us. And you guys and knows you know what to do. You know what to do. Anyway, let's go back to this Litecoin article. What does it say? What does it say? It says, so now we just heard Australia, this bank in Australia is taking on Bitcoin. Now they're taking on Litecoin, people. This, so they're going to offer their users, their 6.5 million users, Bitcoin and Litecoin. The first article I read about Bitcoin, Australia's Bitcoin, this came out yesterday. Now this Litecoin news came out literally in the last half an hour, according to this article here, right? It came out today in the last half an hour, people. A day after they announced that their customers can buy Bitcoin. This is absolutely heinous, people, right? Heinous, heinous, heinous. So, would it be a bad time to buy Litecoin right now? Me personally, I've got some Litecoin. But would I buy some more at this point? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right? So, not financial advice, because this channel does not give financial advice. This channel is just my thoughts I'm sharing with my fellow Ethereans across the planet. That's it. Don't believe me. Go and check out anything that comes out of my mouth, people. You can verify. We live in a day and time where you don't need to believe me or anybody else. You can go and verify if what they're saying is right and exact. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about market cycles before I end this video, right? Market cycles, people. We have just come out when Bitcoin was at $30,000, right? People, we were here in the disbelief. It's gonna fail. Some people thought it's gonna fail. Some people thinking it's coming down to 20,000. It's coming down to $10,000. Disbelief, pure, undiluted disbelief. Ribena without the water. That's right. You're drinking Ribena without putting any water in it. Ugh. Anyway, after that, what happened? We rose up from 30,000 all the way up to right now, which is 61,000, people. Heinous moves. Bitcoin does its thing. She is the best. So right now we are at 62,000 Bitcoin. Ethereum, 4,500 Ethereum. People, Ethereum has, in the last 48 hours, has just broke its previous all-time high. People, I'm telling you right now, this next 60 to 90 days, you better make the most of it. You better make the most of it. Why? Because let's go back to the market cycles. Market cycles. Now, this market cycle happens on all time frames. Right now, we are looking at the macro time frame, the big picture, people, the big picture. But it happens on the 4-hourly, the daily, the hourly, the 15-minute, the monthly, the weekly, all time frames. This pattern plays out. But right now, as I said, we are looking at the macro, the biggest. So what happens? Then after disbelief, you got hope. Maybe. So right now we're at that hope. Maybe we're going to go past 67. Maybe. And then what happens? We're going to go past 67 and go to 70, 80, 90. Woo! Optimism. It's real. It's real. Bitcoin's at 100,000. It's real. Then you get a little dip. And then what happens? Boom. Belief. Let's invest in it all. Retail FOMO. Everybody's FOMOing, people. Everybody's coming in. The market is going doolally. People are losing their mind. You're taking a minicab. The minicab man's telling you, have you got Bitcoin? First time he's ever heard about it. And he's asking you, have you got Bitcoin? Have you got crocodile token? Have you got sheep token? Yeah, it's real. When you start hearing them talk, people, from the milkman, if you still got a milkman, right? From your shopkeeper, from the down and out on the roadside, telling you about, have you got Shibu? Mate, you better know it's real, right? So, optimism. Then after that, you have belief. After that, you got the thrill. Everyone buy now. People are losing their mind. You're getting phone calls from cousins that you haven't heard of for about 10 years. They're phoning you up saying, you got any Bitcoin? You got any Bitcoin? It's going crazy, people. The heat is on. After thrill, we got euphoria. I'm gonna be so freaking rich. I'm gonna be so wealthy, rich. Right? Yeah. It gets crazy, people. It gets do-lally. Now let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, we at TradingView. For those newbies that don't know what TradingView is, tradingview.com. This is where you go and you can see the chart of Bitcoin and various other cryptocurrencies and stocks and shares, right? In this chart form, right? So this chart we're looking at is Bitcoin chart on a weekly chart, right? Every candlestick, green or red, represents 1 week, 7 days. So let's go back to October 2017, people. We were around the 2nd of October 2017. We were around $4,300. We were just the second week. We broke out from that resistance, that previous all-time high, which was around $4,300. We started rising up, people. We started rising up. Guess what happened? From that moment on, we rose from $4,300 all the way up to $19,500. In that period of time, from October the 2nd to December the 11th, we only had 1 week of red candle, 1 week break, 1 week of rest in the market, people. That's it. Apart from that, all the other weeks were as green as the Amazon forest, people. Absolutely heinous. So I'm not saying this is gonna play out exactly the same way right now in this cycle right now that we are that we are coming up to. No, I'm not saying that at all. But it rhymes. History rhymes. They're saying something. It rhymes. History doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does. It sure does rhyme. That's the saying. That's what That's the saying. I'm not sure where it comes from, but hear what? I ain't taking it lightly, right? I'm not taking it lightly. So as I said, this last few months, this November and December, be prepared, people. Be prepared to take some profit off the table, right? I'm not saying to sell all of your crypto. No. Over these next few weeks, no. Scale in and scale your butt out, right? And be aware, because if you see, I'm going to give you a heads up right now. We can look. All it takes is to you to watch the charts, people. Watch the charts. Once you see a weekly candle like this, a red weekly candle going down, and it's bigger than the previous green weekly candle, that may be a sign for you to take some profits. Yeah, take some chips off the table, people. Take some chips off the table. Why do I say that? Because it's showing you at the end of this candle, it's showing you there is more strength in the market for the bears. There are more people selling, basically, right? They bought previously down here and they're selling up here, people, right? So when you see that sign, pay attention. Pay attention. I want you guys to make money, make cheddar, make crypto, make make satoshis. All right, stop it. All right, so where was I now? Let's go back to the market cycles. What happens after euphoria? I'm gonna be so freaking rich, so wealthy. What happens? As I said, boom, the red candle, and then a little bit a pump, down again, a little pump, complacency. Let's coast for a while. People say, let's chill out for a while. It's going to be okay. It's going to go back up to the moon. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to the price of Bitcoin right now. As I said, right now, we're at $60,000, right? At that point, give or take, we was at $6,000 this time last year. People, all it takes for Bitcoin to move is 100%, and we will be at $120,000. It will not take that long if it plays out like previous cycles. If it moves, things can move so fast, people. I'm telling you right now, don't get it twisted. Overnight, you will see Bitcoin do a 30, 40, 20% move in a day, easily, and Ethereum, easily. It's not a problem. It's not a problem when things get euphoric. So after that, the big rise up, you're gonna get complacency. Then you get anxiety. I'm freaking out. Then you get denial. It will come back. It will definitely come back. Some people will say. Then you get panic. No, no, no. Bitcoin is dead. Cryptocurrency is dead. Let me stop there. Mind you, by the way, people, round of applause. Right now, the market cap of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general is 2.8 trillion. $2.8 trillion. We are nearly hitting the $3 trillion mark. I remember when this market cap was less than 100 billion people back in 100 billion in the bear market. Yeah, 100 billion people. Crazy. Now we're at 2.8 trillion. This is heinous. And this is nothing. This is chump change, people. This is chump change. We may see a market cap of 10 trillion by the end of this cycle in the next 60 to 90 days. Possibly it could go on for longer, people. But if you take out some profits in the next 60 to 90 days, people, right? If the market doesn't, or if the market decides not to go down and we don't go into a bear market, yeah, okay, that's fine. You've got profit on the sidelines. You've got money on the sidelines to buy back in. If we decide to, when we get to this euphoria stage and it comes down and then it pumps back up, instead of going back down, it continues to go back up, then hey, it's all right. You still got money to buy back in. But if not, if it doesn't and it continues like on a downtrend, then you've done the right move. You've taken out a nice amount of profit. You can chill out for a minute, take a chill pill, and just strategize for your next move. But at least you've got money on the sidelines, as opposed to thinking that the price is going to continue to go up and it goes against you and you didn't sell, people. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be loads of people making that mistake. But let's get back into it. So you got denial, then you got panic, then you got capitulation. I'm done. I'm leaving the market. I've had enough. Then you got anger. Whose fault is this? Well, it's yours, isn't it? You're the one who put the money in. Press the button to buy and sell. Take responsibility, my fellow Ethereans. You are responsible for your own actions, not me, not your partner, not your wife, not your husband, not your children, yeah, not your friend, yeah, not Elon Musk. You. All right. Anyway, so after that, you get depression. I'm an idiot. And then disbelief. I don't believe it, which is back here at the cycle. So it's just a repeating cycle, people. So I have to get this to you. You have to get this in your head. It's just a cycle. Everything in existence has a cycle. You go to sleep, you get up. That's a cycle. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. That's a cycle. Your body has an algorithm. That's a cycle. You're born, you die. That's a cycle. Look, don't get it twisted. Everything has a cycle, which is a circle. You go to work, you go from point A to point B. That's a cycle, because you can split it into 4 quadrants. How long did it take you to get from point A to point B? Whatever amount of time. You can split it into 4 bits. Everything is split up into 4 bits, which equals a cycle, people. Simple as that. Right. Everything is cyclical. Everything in the natural universe moves in cycles, people. Whether you get it or you don't, go and do some research, people. Please. Anyway, so people, BFAM has a idea that we are somewhere around this point here, and in the next few weeks we literally are going to be going up to the next universe, right? So make sure you take some profit, please. Now before I go, Facebook is no longer Facebook, people. It's called Meta. I don't know if you heard about this, but Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, he came out last week saying, "Hear what? yo, I'm down with the meta. I'm down with the metaverse. That's what he said. Nah, I'm only joking. Nah, but seriously, he has changed. Facebook is no longer Facebook. It's dead. It's dead. It's buried. He's changed it into Meta, right? Which is short for metaverse. So I've been telling you people about metaverse gaming, etc. long time. Now you got this big kahuna, Facebook, which is now Meta, is getting into the game. And mind you, the metaverse that Meta will produce will not be a decentralized community. It will be controlled by Mr. Zuckerberg and his cronies people. It may be good. It may be fun to use. But what I'm trying to say is, it will be controlled by them. It ain't decentralized. It's centralized, my fellow Ethereans. So be very careful, right? Not knocking him. He's doing his thing. They have to do their thing, people. They have to integrate. They have to. It's inevitable because this is what blockchain and cryptocurrency is forcing their hand. Simple as that. But if you want to know about a decentralized metaverse, I would highly suggest that you go and check out this one here called Starlink. Yeah? This is on CoinGecko.com. Go and check out Starlink, people. Go and check out their website. It's an ERC20 token, which is Ethereum. It runs on the Ethereum but blockchain. Right now, it's, as you can see, it's so under a cent. It's unbelievable. It's got great volume right at the moment. Last 24 hours, 46 million trading volume, people. It only came out a few months ago, right? It came out in July. Look at that chart. Look at that chart on a move right now. It's on a cool off period, so I can see it coming down a little more before it just chills out and bases out. But it's 100% community metaverse project. Check it out. That's all I'm saying, people. Not financial advice. So that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash up the likes. Make sure you share with your friends and family. Right? Also, click the notification bell so when BFam does a video, you get notified by YouTube to say, yo, BFam's got a good video for you and your crew. So that's it for the day, people. I hope you enjoyed. Peace and love.